Oh, happy Thanksgiving Eve, good people. Welcome to LoveBabz, Love Talk. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. What is it? Wednesday. It's Wednesday before the everybody gathers. So people are on the road, people are at the airport, people are gassing up their cars, people are doing all the things. I'm with them. I'm one of these people gassing up my car shortly. I got some clothes in the washing machine now. Some jeans. I'm gonna take jeans. I never travel with jeans, but I don't feel like I'm traveling. Um, I feel like I'm home, so I'm just gonna rock my jeans this weekend. No, just throw some on with a shirt, whatever. That's what I think I'm gonna do. So that's my thing. So it's gonna be a good day. And then we're gonna rock over to LoveTalk for their annual Thanksgiving potluck. I'll probably grab something from Edge of the Woods to bring over or something, I don't know, something. But it's always way too much food, so I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll get over there, then we'll hit the road and make our way to where we're going for the weekend. But I'm ready. I'm so ready. I've been looking forward to this since we made these arrangements. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to shout out the person's name. I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you. you know, thank you. And that's it. I'm gonna just leave it there. And we're gonna get there and we're gonna rock out. So I will say this though, when we think about the indigenous people, and I saw a piece this morning, I was up looking, scrolling through. And I saw a little piece that said, Thanksgiving is a day of mourning for indigenous people. They're not celebrating Thanksgiving. Like for them, it's a day of mourning. And when it's like that, like the thing they say, the one who tells the story is the one that has the gun, right? That kind of thing. So so I think at some point we all will have to re-examine our attachment to Thanksgiving. White people, Black people, is for us, it's not about Indians and pilgrims. It never has been. For us, it's time off from work to be with your peoples. That's what it's been for Black people. We ain't never got down with the pilgrims or the indigenous story. We know the story. We know of the genocide that went on with indigenous people. So we ain't never got down with being against indigenous people or their story. We ain't never been down with the pilgrims, even though schools have insisted on dressing our children up as pilgrims and Indians. I've got a whole picture of my children dressed as pilgrims and Indians. But I mean, what are you gonna do? A lie is a lie is a lie is a lie. They keep it going. But at some point, there's going to be a movement. And I think there is, not at some point, there is a movement afoot to sort of change the dynamics of this Indian Thanksgiving foolishness. And I'm here for it. So I will say this, and I saw a meme that said, for Black people, this ain't never been about pilgrims and the first Thanksgiving. This has always been about, for us, we off from work, we gather with our people, we're gonna eat good. That's what it's been for us. And that's a walk in truth. That is a real walk in truth. So I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So I'm on that tip. And I think this is why I'm doing something very different this Thanksgiving. that sort of allows me to kind of allows me to have a different experience so that I'm not celebrating. And I'm someplace where indigenous people create it. So I'm like, okay, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Thinking about and I think from here on out, I will think differently about this holiday. You know, I don't think I've ever had a real attachment to pilgrims and any of that anyway. But I think what I'm saying is to be more intentional about what I'm celebrating at this time. That's what I mean. I don't mind being thankful about what it is I need to be thankful about. So there you go. I'm I'm thankful. I'm thankful and grateful. It's been a tough it hasn't been a tough year in a sense. I mean, I've had tough years. I know what a tough season looks like. I've had 2 surgeries in this year. Delighted and happy that they're behind me as I am getting my mobility back. So I'm delighted, happy. Um, Took some hits, some losses this year that were unexpected, painful, very painful. And I suspect it will be painful for quite some time. And then the other part of that is, there's been a lot of change. We're still in a pandemic. My health is well. I've been moved off of some meds, some blood pressure medication, because I've been managing it well, babies, managing it well. So I'm excited about that. So I'm happy about that. Very happy about that. Um, and you know what? I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that I adore, I admire, love. So there's that. I mean, I've seen times where uh, you know, what is it? What's the song? I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. Or I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen lonely times. Um, but I'd always, so yeah, I've seen those moments. This is not that moment. Right now, it's good. There are some things that I want to do and accomplish. Yeah. But right now, all is well as they can be these moments. Yes, there are some trials and tribulations. There are some things that I'm contending with. There are some things that I have no control over. There are some things that I do have some control over. So that's just what it is. So um this Thanksgiving, I'm standing in gratitude for a lot of things. How about that? As I always am, but as I said, I'm being much more intentional. I had dinner with Joan Lindley last night. She um she coordinates a lot of the program at the Mercy Center, and I got to spend some time with her last night, and it was so wonderful to see her, to spend time with her. She is a pistol. She's 70 years old, and know why I said that, but I just, you know what? You know why I said it? Because it gives me something to look forward to be that vibrant at 70. Like, I hope I'm that vibrant at 70. I hope I'm that vibrant tomorrow. How about that? But yeah, so we went to the house of Nan and had dinner and laughed and talked and caught up and just had conversation, and it was just wonderful. I just thought it was rich. Just thought it was rich, rich, rich. And it was good for me. Got out. It was cold last night. It is cold this morning. Like, it's cold. I know it's Connecticut and it's late November. It ought to be cold. I just don't like it. I said, I sent the text to Andrew. I was like, oh my God, it's so cold. He's like, oh, I was outside. I played 3.5 hours of tennis. It's cold. I was like, you know what? Bye, Felicia. Yes, it's cold, Andrew. Cold. I can't take his word for nothing. He has a whole different kind of temperature thing. I was like, it's cold. Anyway, I will see him next week for dinner and a movie. Because we're gonna go see King Richard. Because he likes tennis movies. Anything that has a tennis thing to it, we're gonna see it. And the fact that it's about Black people is just icing. It's just icing. So we're gonna go see that. We're gonna catch a movie. We're gonna have some dinner. We haven't done that in 2 years. So no, we had dinner a couple of weeks ago. I took him to the Colombian restaurant up in West Haven on Forest Road. Sako, Sawako. And it was good. Oh, really good. So anyway, we're gonna go see King Richard and have dinner somewhere in New Haven. That'll be fun. But so my dinner with Joan Lindley was nice last night because she's engaging me to return to a spiritual direction practice, which I hadn't really thought about. I mean, it's always in the periphery. I hadn't really thought about it. But she's engaging me to um she will be engaging me, and so yeah, I think I might just entertain it. I kind of said yes anyway, but not until somebody reaches out to me that it becomes definitively yes. So we'll see. But that's what it is. Conversation, a spiritual walk, a spiritual journey with somebody, as they, take on the issues of their faith and get to know God closer, you know, that kind of thing. So I'll brush up. It's been a minute since I've sat with two chairs around me, one for me, one for the person seeking spiritual direction, and the other chair for God or Christ. You know. But I tell you what, having dinner with her last night was a good opportunity for me to talk about spiritual direction and my faith, which I haven't done. It's not something that I talk about in general conversation with people. I tend to reserve it for people um who are interested, not to say my friends are not interested in it. They are indeed interested in what I'm interested in, but I just feel like we just never talk about those things deeply in the way that I can talk about them when I'm with my spiritual direct community, when I'm with my spiritual direction community. Because it's a different kind of thing. It's not a casual conversation when you're with your spiritual direction community. I mean, we have deep conversations about, where we think God is tending to us. Where do we notice God in our everyday practical lives? And so I have these deeper conversations with that community, and rightly so, because that's the community for where it belongs. Um, you know, um, we talked, Joan and I talked about not having a church home. She actually goes to the Jazz Church, the church up on Chapel and Olive, the Saint James, Saint Saint Paul, Saint James, and they have jazz vespers. I used to go there for the jazz vespers, and then they have jazz on Sunday mornings. Like they have a you know, jazz music. I love that, very much. But I have not been, and I had thought that I would make that my church home. But I'm so rooted in the UCC. So what I need is a UCC with a jazz undertone. You know what I mean? That's what I need. I don't know where I'm gonna find that, and I damn sure ain't gonna create it. But that's what I want. I want a UCC church with a heavy jazz component to it. That's what I want. So anything other than that is just not going to satisfy my spirit. I know it's terrible, right? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. So anyway, that's where I'm at. So I've not found a church home. Um, I was thinking about Dixwell Congregational Church because it's the oldest Black congregational church in the country. It's right there on Dixwell Avenue. It's in the heart of the community. I know Reverend Jerry Streets. I like him very much. And I know all the Black folks there, mostly all the Black folks there. So I may pop in there from time to time to get me some spiritual. I might. I won't make a promise, but I might. Who knows? So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So it's got me thinking. So while I'm away this weekend, I may take one or two spiritual direction books, make some notes, refresh my brain, get in the spirit of thinking deeply about how God moves in and throughout, my being, and in my circle, and in my universe, and in my community, that kind of thing. I might do that. I missed the concert last night at Cafe 9, Nick DeMaria concert at Cafe 9. I knew it was something I meant to do. But, once I walked out of the restaurant last night, and it was relatively early enough where I could have popped down to Cafe 9 and caught some of the set. Somebody was live streaming it, so I caught some of it that way. But I could have popped down there. But I was so cold. Oh, my God. And, I I'm one of these freakish people that is allergic to cold weather. And it has to be it has to be at a particular cold weather that happens. So I have cold urticaria, which is, cold hives. So that's all. I get large hives and welts when it's cold. They usually go away as the cold weather stays cold. You know what I mean? But those first few weeks of coldness, I get the welts and the hives. So they're itchy and they get swollen, and it's just a pain in the butt. Sometimes I get them on my face, but mostly on my back, my arms, wherever the coldness could catch me. So and I thought I would have grown out of this, but I came to it very late. We didn't discover I had this problem until I ran for office, and the first election that I participated in, I had to get to the polls at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I just had on a a jacket and a skirt, pumps, and I had a little coat that I was just gonna throw on because it wasn't. I mean, it was cold, but it wasn't. I was gonna be prepared, and I get to my polling place, which is Hill House High School, the field house. No, the high school. I get to the high school and I'm welted up so badly. Like I'm welted. And I didn't know what was happening to me. I just didn't know. And it was all on my face, my neck. I thought it was nerves. I was like, am I just nervous about this election? So I went home. I got back in the car, went home, and I got Benadryl cream. Because, when you have kids, you have, tons and vats of Benadryl, cream, liquid, tablets, all the things. So I had cream. So I put cream on it. That seems to subside it. But the next couple of days, I went to the doctor. They ran I then had to go run some tests and the whole thing. This is what they said. You are allergic to the cold. Oh God. So so you just have to be very careful. Because it can be life-threatening. It hasn't been for me. I'm still alive. But it can be life-threatening. It could create suffocation. Because it creates effect of like, drowning in your body kind of stuff. So I've not had that problem, but the hives are painful. Hives and welts and so you know um so that's it. And so I'm having so yesterday showed up. It's just painful. I'm used to it now. I was like, okay. But once the weather changes, like once it becomes squarely cold, then my body will adapt and adjust. And then I don't worry too much about it anyway. Like I don't have to, it's not an ongoing thing. It's just that first season of it. And then it becomes problematic. And then after a while, my body just like, okay, there you go. So yeah, so it's a bit of a pain. Um, but once I'm into the season, it goes away, you know. It goes away. And I'm mindful of it. And I know that it's coming every year. So I just pay attention. And when I step outside and I could feel it, like okay, because it takes no time at all. I'm one of the rapid ones, like at 3 to 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. Just rapid for me. It doesn't take a long time. As soon as I'm out there, I could feel under my clothes the welts and the hives rising. I know, problematic. I got more problems. There's not too much you can do, you know. Not too much. Antihistamines, I try not to take too many antihistamines because they wear you out. So what I do is I just put the Benadryl antihistamine on the body. So so it's just like a shock to the body, you know, like a shock. And that's it. So anyway, cold urticaria. That's my illness. That's my that's my illness. That's what I have. And people are like, "What? You live in Connecticut? You have that?" Yes. And then after a while, it goes away. It'll once the weather stabilizes into a serious pattern of coldness, then my body will adjust, and it won't be too many incidences of that, right? Like, because I'll be heavily layered, won't be a problem. So yeah, uh-huh. So I haven't been living with this all my life, just in the last, I don't know, 20 years. 20 years. 20 years. It's been 20 years. So anyway, that's the story on that. And listen, I know on top of a dairy allergy, on top of this, got more issues. Swear to God. But I will say this, the unintended benefits of the 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 vaccine, and I've gotten three. I got the booster, got the second one with Pfizer, and the third one was the Moderna. It has been doing battle against my dairy allergy. So it's not gonna last. They already told me, don't get your hopes up. It's a cure for the moment, like for a couple of weeks, and then it'll just all go back to what it was. I was like, okay, all right. So no, it doesn't mean I could go and eat dairy all willy-nilly. It just means if I eat something, um, I don't have dire effects. You know? So I've been gently introducing small amounts of things. Not like, oh, let me just go buy butter, let me just have some cream, but eating things that are that may be questionable, you know, um like I told you I was at Tegan's house and I had some of her baked goods, and I could feel the stirrings in my system, but then it just tamped down. I was like, oh, okay, all right. And so I've been noticing it. When I noticed it, I told my doctor, and they were like, yeah, it's an unintended benefit. Like, okay, all right, okay. So maybe I got to get a booster every 6 months if that's gonna cure my dairy allergy. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna live for that. So all you people who whining about this is a plus for me. I'm gonna I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. Uh, so what else is going on? Let's see what else is going on in the world. Uh, 3 Hamden cops promoted after 2 retire. You know, Hamden's got a lot on their plate. They got a lot to do. Lot to do. Looking at the New Haven Independent. There's no editing I need to do this morning on the New Haven Independent front pages. There's no, I have no editing to do. So I can just move along. I have no editing to do. My editing skills are not needed today. So I'm gonna move along. I'm gonna move along and you know, see what happens. We'll just keep it going. I'm so happy that today is the day that, you know, I know everybody's buzzing about the grocery stores and everybody's you know, I think people seem to be more hyped up to gather this year than they were last year. I think last year it was, you know, everybody was very, very afraid. This year I think people were like, okay, I open some windows, put a fan in the dining room, have people mask up a little bit, you know. You know, that might be a thing. Might be a thing. So I do think people are wanting to gather. I do. I see it. And if it's evidenced by the airlines and people wanting to get on flights, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Uh, I'm feeling that. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So I'm gonna run around uh and I'm gonna go pick up a few things, pack my little bag, dry some clothes, and uh yeah, and then be on my way. Put some gas in the whip. And I didn't know there's another Jurassic Park movie coming out. Reggie Hudlin posted it. I didn't get a chance to look at the trailer. You know, I love those Jurassic Park movies because I don't understand white folks' fascination with living amongst dinosaurs. I I don't understand that one bit. But white folks want to live amongst dinosaurs, and I know there's some scientists messing around with dinosaur DNA. I know there is. And yes. But I like the movies. So Nadine Nelson posted up a Time article that was written in 2018 around this time. The Thanksgiving tale we tell is a harmful lie. As a Native American, I found a better way to celebrate the holiday with something we truly share and would prefer to talk about anyway. So at the time of this writing, Sean Sherman is the founder and CEO of the Sioux Chef and the author of the Sioux Chef's Indigenous Kitchen, which in 2018 won the James Beard Award for Best American Cookbook. I don't think I have any American indigenous cookbooks. I might want to get me some. I used to be a big collector of cookbooks. I don't do no cooking no more, but not like that. I think if I got a dream kitchen, I would be inclined to cook. Like if I had my dream kitchen, you know, a wood stove, beautiful quartz counters, you know, all the things. Unlikely. But anyway, he penned this in 2018, and he talks about you know, what you can do instead. And I think as we become more nuanced in the way that we understand history and particularly American history, that people will seek out ways to get to the truth and to still honor what they think is early American stuff without harming native indigenous people. You know what I mean? Like, tell a story that doesn't harm them, and tell a story that tells the truth. And if you need to honor those pilgrims, then there's a way, do it, I think, you know. So I'm in agree with him that the poisonous pilgrims and Indians narrative is problematic. But you can unite people still around values that could apply to everyone: togetherness, generosity, and gratitude. And we can make that day what everybody wants to talk and think about: the food. So, so he goes on to say, people may not realize it, but what every person in this country shares and the very history of this nation has been in front of us the whole time. Most of our Thanksgiving recipes are made with indigenous foods: turkey, corn, beans, pumpkins, maple, wild rice, and the like. And we should embrace that. And so, for years, as the head of a company that focuses on indigenous foods, he has explored native food and has given all of us a deeper understanding of the land we stand on. So, so, so this is perfect because people are eager to reconnect to nature, and so this is a good opportunity to sort of do that, you know. And this pandemic has forced people outside in ways and for great lengths and that they've never been outside before. So even though this was written in 2018 before the pandemic, here we are finding ourselves outside more often because it's safe, and rediscovering that we really like outside. we really like outdoors, and that to commune with nature is quite healing and productive and engaging and magical and romantic, all those things. And while you're out there, you learn a few things. You learn about ramps and wild ginger and chanterelles and wild plums and crab apples and cactus fruit and, all the things: maple, wild rice, you know, cedar, rose hips, hickory, acorns, and walnuts. So you can honor and celebrate native indigenous people because we share this food in common. So I love the thinking of that. That we are doing that as this holiday and not just running with that pilgrim Indian story, which nobody wants to talk about. And everybody gets all, it's like when you talk about slavery, people's eyes roll back in their head so loudly. So, just saying. So I'm inviting people to sort of go and seek out those kinds of stories, today, tomorrow, and maybe have these larger conversations around your table this year to begin a different tradition of honoring the food and the gratitude and the togetherness, rather than the poisonous story of genocide. I mean, that's really it. So yeah. So there's a bunch of pieces out there. Lots of people are writing think pieces out there, giving you a perspective on how indigenous people feel about this time. And I think we've ignored it for so long. And now it is time for us to reckon with it. as we are reckoning with a lot of things in this country right now. We are reckoning with a lot of things. Yeah, so just saying. So when you're gathering with your peoples, reckon. But yeah, my favorite T-shirt right now is the macaroni and cheese is more important than the turkey. It's an African American proverb. I'll say the macaroni and cheese is more important than the turkey, and a good potato salad is a strong second. You mess with a potato salad, boy, people will never let you live it down, and you will be banned from making potato salad for the family forever. Ooh. And for you vegans out there, and I'm one of you, I see a statement that says, take your vegan roast out the freezer and defrost it. Because them things is rock hard. And you're gonna need more than getting up tomorrow morning and defrosting it. Take that joker out of the freezer right now. You hear me? Go take it out the freezer right now, put it in the fridge. So tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, when you want to put it in the oven, it's not rock hard frozen, and it'll take 20 hours to cook. That'll ruin your gathering. And vegans want to feel like they are a part of the celebration too. So saying, hear me now. I'm just giving you the reminders that are being put out there. There are reminders out there. People are reminding people. So I'm reminding you. Hey, is that Brianna? How'd it go? Is the wash machine still going? Will you throw my pants in the dryer? I'm at home, so I got to do home stuff. My daughter just came in. She done rocked another job. Let me see how this goes. That's a that's a lift to have two jobs. As someone who has two or three jobs, I get it. But physical jobs is a tough thing. I was when I was her age, I had one too. So yeah. I know. I know. Oh, I don't even know. Well, go and see. Let's see what's going on. What else? What else? It is almost 10 o'clock. I don't know if Harry's gonna run the gazillion public service announcements. Get vaccinated. And now grown-ups can get vaccine, the boosters. They want people to go and get boosters. I hope people do, because that's the only way we're going to be able to fight this thing. And, Connecticut's COVID numbers are rising. We're number one in the country right now. Oh, no. People are still dying in the hospital. It's just not being covered in the way that it was in the beginning. But we have people in the hospital. People are still dying of COVID here, right here, in numbers. So I just want people to be mindful. Like, save yourselves. If you need to get the booster, then you do. Go get the booster, because this vaccine is a 6 to 9 month shelf life, like, in your body. So, protect yourself, because I have been intubated in my life. You do not want that. You do not want to be on the brink of that. That is not what you want. So get your booster, go about your life, be free, get your booster. And yeah, it's gonna hurt, a couple of days. Couple of days. Couple of days. I was one of my friends just popped by Storm King, and I need to get back there. He went a few years ago. And I'm telling you, it's a mind-boggling place of giant sculpture on like a gazillion acres of land. So you never get to see everything, you know. I mean, you just never get to see everything. And so I want to go back so I can see more of everything. I want to I want to go back so I can see more of everything. And now that my mobility is way better than what it was, um, I can get around much better and for longer periods of time. So that's what I like to do. Seriously. Oh, I would invite anybody, particularly if you want to go outside. I think they've been enjoying overwhelming interest in them because people want to get outside. So uh, get outside. That's a good place to get outside. I mean, I would suggest bring your own picnic. Bring your own picnic. They got like a little food stand, but I mean, it's not what you're accustomed to out here in these food truck streets. So you'll just be annoyed. So pack your own pack your own little picnic, and just rock out, just rock out. 'Cause, yeah. That's it. It it's a thing, and you're gonna be hungry, and you don't want to stop and eat, and you're not gonna appreciate what they have out there, and it's not gonna be enough. And you bring kids, it's just gonna be a pain in the butt. So yeah, just saying, gotta do, just gotta do. Uh, yeah. All right. So in a few minutes, going to get some PSAs, do the call letters, all the things. And we're gonna come back on the other side and talk some more about wonderful holiday season. And I don't know if I'm gonna get a tree this year. I don't know. I suggested it. Nobody was excited to jump at it. So I was like, let's see how it goes. Part of me that wants a tree because I love having a tree in the house. There's a part of me that doesn't want it because house. But it does make the whole place smell good when you have a tree in the house. But space is a premium right now. In my space is really a premium. I don't have anywhere to put things, and so a tree, I have to just use my little silver tree that sits uh, on the side table and put it in the middle front room table and let that be the tree this year. And then decorate around it, put the little Santa somewhere and have a little bit of a Christmas vibe to it. We'll see. See what gets on and popping. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But listen, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I'm ready. I was out with my youngest daughter the other day and I was looking at Christmas cards. I know I have a ton of Christmas cards somewhere. I gotta go and see what I have, inventory what I have, and see what I need to um put forward. If I need to add to things. I try to I get confused about what I sent out to people. So I don't want to send people the same card twice in the same card I sent last year. Like, oh, so, so now I got to think long and hard about what did I find the cards that I sent last year and be like, what? And then if I have a lot of those cards, they can go to different places. And then I know I have stamps somewhere. If not, I got to go and get stamps. So it's a whole process. It's my favorite thing to do is to send out Christmas cards. I love doing it. I just don't like I don't like getting, I like to start like this weekend, like when I come back from being away, like Sunday, I start that process so that I'm ahead of the game this year so that I'm not 3 weeks. It's a week before Christmas and I'm just sending out my cards. That's too much stress. It's too much. It's too time consuming. But if I do, some now, some next week, I can have them all done within the next 2 weeks. So every day I can do some. Starting Sunday, do some every week, and then they're done. And it's not a heavy lift. And then they can go out, the early part of December so people can enjoy them, not when they get them the day before Christmas. Like, I don't like that. I want people to have the card and have it sit out and they see it and they enjoy it. And that's what I want. So yes, I got to get my inventory, my Christmas card, dash, see what I'm working with, check my stamp inventory. I have to get stamps, which I'm sure I will. I should have ordered online because whenever you go to the post office, they have the nerve to put up, oh, these are the holiday stamps. And then you go up to the window. Oh, we don't have those though. And then they'll say, well, order them online. I'm like, do you know how long it takes to order stuff online from the post office? Not kidding. And I've done it. I did it the last time. I ordered a zillion stamps, and some of them they were out of. I was like, gosh. So if I can get some holiday stamps, and I don't really care what the holiday is. It could be Hanukkah stamps, it could be Kwanzaa stamps, it could be Diwali stamps, it could be it could be any. I don't care. It could be Ramadan stamps. They're always pretty. So, I just want they could be all black people, the heritage stamps. And I don't know who it is this year. Who is on the stamps this year? It could be the love stamps. As long as it's not the stars and stripes, I'm good. I'm good. And I like the holiday stamps because they're very pretty, and they do a really good job. They do a really, really good job of stamps, and the United States Postal Service, they do a nice job of stamps. And sometimes you can get stamps that you liked from a long time ago if they have them. Like the Forever Kwanzaa stamps look nice. Like that's pretty. The Hanukkah stamps, a visit from St. Nick stamps. I'm not going to go with that one. I'm not going to go with otters. No. All right, so the PSA is coming up in about 50 seconds. The Id stamps, Id, Diwali, Kwanzaa. I wouldn't mind the Our Lady of Guapalo stamps. Poinsettia stamps. That's the international stamp. I don't need that. Oh, maybe I do. Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
Hi, this is New Haven House Director Marissa Bond. Do you want your life back? Get vaccinated. I did. Got questions about the vaccines? Did you know that there's a place you can go and get the answers and the facts about the vax? Check it out, then you decide. New Haven, get the facts. It's free and it's your choice. To get the facts or to find a vaccination center near you, visit covid19.newhavenct.gov. Again, covid19.newhaven.ct.gov. Stay safe.
Hi, I'm Emil. Want your life back?
Get vaccinated. We did.
Got questions about the vaccine? Talk to your fam. And fill your drinks.
To get back to life, get the vax. It's free and it's your choice. To get the facts or two, find a vaccine center near you. Visit bit.ly/NHV-COVIDFacts. That's bit.ly/NHV-COVIDFacts.
Hola, soy Emil. ¿Quieres recuperar tu vida?
Vacúnate. Nosotros lo hicimos.
¿Tienes preguntas sobre la vacuna? Habla con tu familia. Oye, usa tu máscara, yo lo hago.
Para recuperar tu vida, vacúnate. Es gratis y es tu elección. Para obtener información sobre la vacuna o para encontrar un centro de vacunas cerca de ti, ve a bit.ly/NHV COVIDFacts.
My name is Troy. I am 8 years old and go to Lincoln Bassett School. Every kid deserves to be safe with friends, to be safe at school, or just to play safely at recess. Now all kids 5 and up can be vaccinated. It's my turn to be safer.
This is Dr. Tamiko Jackson MacArthur from New Haven Pediatrics. Vaccinations are free and safe. For answers, visit covid19.newhavenct.gov. For your child's sake, don't kid around.
Soy la directora de salud de New Haven, Marisa Bond. Todos los niños merecen estar seguros en la escuela, con amigos o simplemente jugando en el recreo. Ahora todos los niños a partir de 5 pueden vacunarse. Es su turno a estar más seguros. Las vacunas son gratis y seguras. Para obtener información sobre la vacuna, visite covid19.newhavenct.gov. Por el bienestar de su hijo, no brome con esto.
Gonna ride kelale ubombe bujipete ngayo udishisa bunda nyusa awusazi ukholwe zange nabazali bami bazibone nazinzingo Sometimes I wish I wasn't born
Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org. I tell you, you hang out with us long enough, you get all the music. You get all the showrunner music. Welcome back to the second hour of LoveBabz Love Talk on Babz Rawls-Ivy. Harry is somewhere in the ether hanging out. So Harry, I don't know what to say about this. I was poor, and I was poor, and my kids are middle class. I don't have no comment. I'm a reserve commenting. I'll tell you what, I'll talk about it in the new year. I'll have that conversation in the new year. I'm not in right now. I'm in the space of gratitude, Thanksgiving, you know, that kind of. I'm in that space. If I talk about anything else, I'm gonna be annoyed. I'm talking from lived experience. I can't do it right now. So I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay in the space of 'tis the season to be grateful. That's it. That's it. And reflect on the gratitude and the kindness of others. You know, that's where I'm at. I'm at. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a beautiful day outside. I think it's probably super cold though, as I understand it from the weather people. So I'm gonna have to figure out something so that I'm not exposed too much. Might be time for a hat. Time to throw a hat on my head. Shall see. Chilly, cold, 20s. Oh, it's that time. You know what? It's that time, and we know it's that time. And you don't want it to be that time. we've been spoiled greatly. No, that's it. We've been spoiled. And Connecticut is starting to look more and more like Virginia in terms of weather. It's it's acceptable. It's warm. It's we haven't had too much trouble. So, but northeast, it could all go awry. And know that. Know that. So we'll see how it all goes. See how it all goes. I will say this. It is nice not to have the pressure of trying to plan a meal. I don't have that thought. Because I get ambitious. I was like, oh well, I want all the things. I want pies, I want cakes, I want things. No. This year I don't have to think about it. I could just pick from a menu. Like that, that, and the other thing. And I know that they are still giving out turkeys around the city and all the fixings. I've been getting the emails. So if people are still in need of the fixings for the holidays, there's a bunch of places around that are doing it. I know the Christian Community Action Agency did it the other day. Concat did it the other day. So there's still organizations out there that are still trying to support families in this time, so that families can have a joyous holiday with food on the table. So just pay attention out there. I think there's a lot of postings up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, that you can, so you or can direct people where to go get a whole turkey and all the fixings, potatoes, sweet potatoes, all the things, gravy, all the things, so that nobody is without, that no one is without. So yeah, so keep your eyes out, share that information with people, and get it out there best you can. And yeah, let's all celebrate. Let's not have anybody hungry. No, not let anybody be hungry. That is the word, and the word is good. I'm seeing a lot of these mashed potato thingies. But, you sort of boil them, then you get them a little soft, then you put them on a sheeting pan, mash them on a sheet pan, little olive oil, garlic, rosemary, thyme. Yeah, a little salt, and then you press them. And you give them a little smush, and then you put them in the oven for however long. I'm watching this video. It's really interesting. I mean, I never tire of potatoes. I don't know anybody who tires of potatoes in any form. Seriously, in any form, potatoes. Mashed potatoes, smashed potatoes, boiled potatoes, stir-fried potatoes, home fried potatoes. I never get tired. And there's no, I've not met a potato I didn't like. Honestly, French fried potatoes. I've been known to eat tater tots, so there's that. So saying tater tots, I just like potatoes, and they're not potatoes are good for you, but not good for you. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just keep eating them. Like I've got Yvonne Kay's mother. She's a Jamaican caterer. Dropped off some making food for me the other day. Fish, some kind of fish, which was really good, and mashed potatoes. And she cooks with me in mind. So these are mashed potatoes I could eat without problems. And I was just like, ooh, whoa. I had them yesterday before I went to dinner. I went out to dinner with Joan, but at about 3:00, I was hungry. So I was like, well, I don't know if I could wait 3 more hours. So I made me a small plate of what Yvonne brought me. I wanted to go back for more mashed potatoes. I really, really did. Really did. But I didn't, because I knew I was going out to dinner. And eating out before you go to dinner is just ridiculous. So I didn't do it. No. And I have Indian food in the fridge, as a matter of fact, that I brought from last night, which I might get off this set in about a half hour. Might heat up, even though I'm going over to LoveTalk and having potluck. But I can't bank on that, because I never know if there'll be anything there I could eat. Although there probably will be if Lucy is showing up. Maybe Paul. They're both vegans. But I'll eat, I'll eat some Puerto Rican rice and chicken. I'm just saying. I'll eat Puerto Rican rice and chicken. I sure will. And yeah, I will do it. So but anything else I probably won't be able to do. So I'll leave it to I'll eat. That way I won't be starving. And by the time we get to where we're going, take about maybe like 45 minutes, get to where we're going. I won't be starving. You know what I mean? Like, starving. I don't want to be starving. So yeah. So I say all that to say is before I leave, just in case. I have a few errands I gotta run. I gotta get some gas. stop and get some stop and get couple of bottles of wine or something, maybe have in the room. But other than that, I mean, it's easy day. Like there's no racing or rushing. I just feel like I like to go before it's dark because driving back roads in this state scary. I don't have any problems. So yeah, so as long as we arrive before it's like pitch dark, good. No, that's it. My story. Yeah, I'm sticking to it. So I'm figuring out my bag, figuring out what I want to take, packing things, pulling things together, the usual things. And it feels very leisurely. I don't feel rushed. I don't feel like I'm in a hurry. I don't feel pressed. I take my laptop. It's charged and ready to roll. I'm gonna take my I might take my tablet. Who knows? I got all kinds of options. Grab the books that I want to take. Usual stuff. Yeah. Whew. So yeah, we can. What's going on in the city? I hope everybody is well. Hope everybody's healthy. Hope everybody is with that they care about. I hope people are fed. That kind of thing. The idea. Yeah. I'm gonna go over to LoveBabz. Hey, El Felix, El Amigo Felix is closed. Somebody told me that they were closing. I think they told me this last week, but I thought that we would have more time. Like I thought they would go through the holidays. I mean, that's a great place to just. I mean, that place has been there since. I don't even remember a time when it was not there. Like I don't remember it not being there. El Amigo Felix. I don't remember a time when it wasn't there. It has been there for all of my life. It has been there for all of my life. And the fact that it's closed, and I drove by there last night. They got the paper, the brown paper up in the windows, so that it's closed. The seating is gone from outside. I mean, it's closed. I think somebody said the people that the owner, the guy, his kids didn't want it. He wanted to give it to them and they didn't want it. So, I mean, that's what happens when you start a business. Think that they'll want it and they don't want it. So it just seems wrong that they're gone. They had really great margaritas, really great food. Just a good place to just one of the few kind of divey, kind of cool places to go. It's not expensive. You get good drinks, always a nice crowd. I just don't remember a time when they weren't there. I don't like that. I don't think it's the sign of the time. I mean, I'm sure it's the sign of the times. I'm sure the pandemic had something to do with it a bit, and I'm sure wanting to retire is a part of it. Darn. Felix is gone? That just doesn't even seem right. Doesn't even seem right. So yeah, so I will see Norma later and we will commiserate about it. Like, Norma, our prayer service is gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't. That's a hard one right there. That's a hard one. And if anything else comes there, it will always be El Amigo Felix. Like, I don't know what they would put there. I don't know what would come there. It's a good spot though. It's got parking on both sides. Even if you park down the block, it's a nice, still close enough. You're on the main drag. Just saying. Ego Felix is fun. Good place. And they carry good tequila too. Boy. Well, you know what? I hope somebody does a story. And Lena's is closing. They're moving. They have a space in Branford. They're closing their New Haven space. And they had a janky landlord who would not work with them, who would not do. I don't understand these landlords with these properties. You have a property of a person who was clearly doing well, and you don't want to do anything to help them to stay in that space. And so now what you're going to end up with is an empty space that you're going to have to make repairs to for somebody else, because nobody else is going to go into that janky space with all the problems. Unless you do some cosmetic stuff, they sign the lease and they don't know what the real problems are until 6 months in. You know what I mean? I don't know, whoever the landlord is, that Lena space, damn y'all. Because that's, y'all should have worked with them to just hold them in that space. Help them create a better space for their customers. I just don't understand it. I really don't. It is it's quite bothersome. Quite bothersome. So anyway, so they're going, Christine going, and it's really, really, really a loss for that. Really a loss. Really a loss. I don't know who would be in there. I don't know who would go in that space. No. But El Amigo Felix is a really big loss, because I don't even, I wonder if anybody else remembers a time when they weren't on that corner, and I'm from New Haven. This is my town. So 2 hours ago, the Amistad High School students protest against sexual assault. They walked out of school. The New Haven Independent has a live feed. Well, it was 2 hours ago. They must have walked out at the very beginning of the day. Oh boy, what is going on at Amistad? I am not a fan of that school and their hybrid schools or whatever the hell else. I never thought they were good to our students. I never thought they were good for the community. And this is from the very beginning. I didn't come into that awareness. I just never thought I just never liked them. I never thought they were. I just thought they were white saviors. That white savior complex. No. I just thought they were. Never been a fan of them anyway, so I'll just leave it there. So we'll see how they figure this out. See, people were asking where the principal is. I would be asking where everybody is. Are they going back in now, or they walked out? They need to be heard. Oh no, they're outside gathered. Get some answers. Somebody will come and address them. Young people, they've had enough. And if something's going on over there and it's not getting addressed, and these kids have tried all the avenues to get some answers, to get something to be done, if it's not happening, then they gotta protest with their feet. That's what they're doing. So So yeah, so they are, yeah. Oh, that's right. You know what? It's the annual Cross Hill House game this week. The Elm City Bowl is tomorrow. So the band is ready. There's a piece up at the New Haven Arts page. Wilbur Cross Marching Band is ready for game day. My brother Robert was a captain, one of the captains of the cross football team. He's in their Hall of Fame. And so we went to the games on Thanksgiving Day at Hill House. Games were always at Hill House. So I didn't know. Yes. So it's a good crosstown rivalry. Like it's a long-standing rivalry. But I think they've changed the rules. So now if you're a kid, a student or whatever, you want to go to the game, you got to go with an adult. You have to go with your parent or something or other because violence. And problematic. But tomorrow should be good. And I don't think tomorrow will be as cold as it is today. So I'd be able to enjoy. I love going to hear band. Giving me my HBCU vibe. A band. A band. A band. And they've been doing HBCU games here in Connecticut, the Connecticut NAACP, I think for like 10 years now, maybe longer. Been quite successful. And then last weekend was the Yale Harvard game. So there was some tailgating going on. And people were very excited about that. I didn't make any of that. I was on a retreat all day for Planned Parenthood. Saturday day. So I didn't get to any of the football stuff. I didn't get to any of it. So Harvard won, I believe. I believe Harvard won. Yeah. So, but I know there was some tailgating because one of my sorority sisters was having a tailgating thing. So she invited a bunch of us to come. But I knew I couldn't go because I retreat. Retreat. So, oh yes. Oh, I'm seeing the first posters for the Lit Kwanzaa celebration. This is Ife's thing. She is growing Elm City Lit Festival and teaming up with the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. They're doing Kwanzaa, December 28th. So if you've not had a Kwanzaa experience or you want a Kwanzaa experience, December 28th from 2 to 6. It's going to be at the Concorp Incubator on Newhall Street, which is a really good space for that kind of thing because people can spread out. I was there for the Jamaican American Friendsgiving dinner. And that's such a good space for that. So if you've never participated in Kwanzaa, here is your opportunity. And I'm gonna send this to some folks that I know. If you're in town. So yeah, it looks good. I love it. I think it'd be a good idea. I think it'll be fun. If you've never done Kwanzaa, this is your opportunity to get you some celebration. And go. I'll be there. December 28th. I won't miss it. I will be there. It'll be great. I'm sure it'll definitely be artistic. And a good Kwanzaa celebration is that's what the doctor ordered. So come on through, people. Come on through. So no, they're not gonna do every night of Kwanzaa. They're gonna do one of the nights. Just celebrate, rock out, good time, good. And let's see. I know there's a couple of things coming up. Pay attention to what's going on at the State House. There'll be some performances. Let's see what else is going on. I'm trying to pull up all the things so I could tell people what is happening. There are good things going on. Let me get to events. Oh yes, this is what I want to tell you. Small Biz Saturday and Holiday, WHAM, Westville Arts Market. So if you've not done that before, it's a good time to do that. This Saturday, 11 o'clock. So it's the right there between Whaley and Fountain in that little street, they close it off. And then all the shops over there will be participating, I would imagine. It's Saturday. So it starts at 11 o'clock. So they're going to be doing it Saturday, November 27th, Sunday, December 5th, Sunday, December 12th. So there'll be good opportunities for you to shop local. So if you're worried about that supply chain demand business, shop local. And New Haven has a lot of little boutiques, shops, and pop-ups where you can really buy thoughtful, engaging, wonderful gifts for you and your loved ones. So it's the Central Patio right there on Central Avenue between Whaley and Fountain, right? It's like right there. You can't miss it because it's blocked off. So go and participate, in the Westville Village Renaissance Alliance event. Go and check it out. I think you will love it. And now's a good time to support small businesses. If you're tired of the big box experience, or you worry that if you have stuff delivered it won't get there. So yeah, I want you to check that out. Dallas Davis is doing the Black Tie Christmas Party. We can build a Christmas tree holiday food raiser, and all you have to do is show up with 15 cans or more of stuff, 15 canned goods, at least 15. That's the admission. Or you can cash payment donations at the door. There'll be an open bar. You can bring a bottle for the bartender if you like. And I've never gone, but I remember when he started this event years ago, not many years ago, but a few years ago. I remember when he started this and I couldn't go. I could never go because it was if this year falls on my brother's birthday, but I'm not celebrating with my brother. So I don't know what my brother's plans are. Let me not say I won't celebrate with him. I don't know what his plans are. But him and his wife, they tend to like to go away and celebrate. But it's December 3rd, and it's going to be at 216 Crown Street. So that should be fun. You should want to go from 7 to midnight and get dressed up and party, right? So I think it's by invitation only, but y'all, whoever is listening to me, I'm sure you've been invited. Or run into Dallas and be like, Babz said. I'm just saying, Roberta Hosky is back at it, positioning yourself for home ownership. So, she's doing I want to say she's doing like a online event. Yes, an online event. Get you a ticket so that you can, if you're interested in buying a house, she is the best one to sort of teach you how to do it. That's what I'm gonna say. Oh, my brother is listening. I always want to celebrate with you, brother, but I know how you do. Y'all get away. Y'all like to go away. So I don't know. You know, if if you're not getting away and you somewhere I can get to, I'll come hang out. My other favorite thing is the Lotta Studio anti-mall shop small. That's December 11th at noon. That's a fun thing. So I remember the first time they did that. And I brought some really nice things. I mean, there's some really great artisans and crafters in this town. World-class things. So the anti-mall shop small, you know, I'm telling you, if you don't want the hassle of the big box drama, this is where you want to be. This is where you want to be. I'm just saying, this is where you want to be. So yeah, so pay attention. There's a lot of good things. The weather is supposed to be pretty decent, although Sunday, I think we might see our first snow. We might see a dusting. We might, you know, depending on where you are on the elevation. But I think they're saying we might see our first snowfall. So it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So I'm just saying, get ready. But I'm serious about this shop small. You know, there's places downtown, there's places in Westville. There's a place on State Street, vintage shop that young sister runs. So there's places for you to get some shopping done. And I want people to be local, like shop local. Put some money in your neighbor's pockets, you know, these artists, you know, there's enough. You know, there's shopping all the way up by Cat's Deli, the little shops over there. There's places all up and down Whaley Avenue, and over there in the Westville Village. There's places up further up Whitney Avenue into Hamden. Yes, there's places out Amity Road in that little plaza over there. I think it's called the Red Barn. I believe that's what it's called. The Right Approach. So there's places where you can get some good shopping done. Where if you don't feel like going to the mall, I don't know about you, as someone who is a reformed mall person, mall rat, a reformed mall person. I don't feel the desire to go to malls anymore. I just don't. Too many people, too much chaos. So I like small boutique things. I always have. And that's how I like to roll. So if I'm buying gifts for people, I'm going to be, you know, there's Bloom. Oh my gosh, must go to Bloom over there on Edgewood and over there on Edgewood. So get yourself over there, really. Edgewood and Central, right there in the corner. Bloom. That's a good place to do all your Christmas shopping, or at least a lot of it. So and have something yummy to drink or eat while you're shopping. Hey, Harry.
More expensive though, but you know you have to tell them it's gonna be more expensive to shop local.
Why do you say that?
Than going into a Walmart.
No, not necessarily. Depending on what you want. I mean, I don't think I've ever bought a gift out of Walmart for anybody. That's number one.
Well, many people do.
Well, I mean, yeah. But if you want it, I'm in a different place. I'm not buying toys or any of that kind of thing. So if you need toys or whatever, then I guess. But when you're buying a gift for someone that you care deeply about, you're not going to Walmart. I mean, I just don't see that. But then I'm a snob like that. So that's just me. If I'm going to buy somebody a gift, I'm going to go to a lovely boutique and find something that they're not going to see coming and going. That's
the first step. That's important.
Yeah.
Recognizing you.
Yeah, I'm a snob. Listen, I don't hide from that. I know. I like fine wine, like fine dining. I like places that I like fancy places. I do. And so there's a bunch of boutiques that are really, really amazing, that have amazing things. And one of a kind kinds of things that you don't see, you know.
So here it is, Babz. I was coming up with you in the elevator, and then I had to turn around.
Harry, are you still concocting a story? Are you trying to make me an accomplice to a lie? Harry, you know I don't lie. I gotta walk in truth, Harry.
walking in with you, and you don't know what happened. Maybe I had to just leave or something.
You just disappeared?
Yeah, you had to go. I had to go.
Harry,
said,
I
had
don't
to
know
go.
why. I don't know why you just didn't get in your car and come into New Haven. The traffic is probably very light, and you only had to stay for an hour because they, what is it, from 1 to 2:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of things to do, and I was planning on, in your first hour, at the end of your first hour, to jump into the car, and then I started getting. I thought people weren't going to send me stuff, and then they really waited last minute.
Oh, well, you got to shut that. You got to tell people. Didn't you send out an email saying this is what I want stuff? Oh, you didn't do that this year.
Not this year.
Oh, okay. See, you got to tighten it. You got to put the kibosh.
So they were doing stuff too for Thanksgiving and trying to get everything together.
See, no. People's shows are important, and they think you're always around. You got to put the kibosh.
So anyway, so that's my real that's not my real. That's my real excuse.
I'm gonna use your real excuse, Harry. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Harry is overwhelmed with trying to get these shows scheduled because this is a long weekend, and he's gotta oversee that, and he can't do that running up and down this highway.
But he was in the elevator with me. Turned around.
Harry, they know you. They know you ain't coming.
I know. I got 3 calls yesterday. You know what's funny is even Joe Ugly called me yesterday.
Oh my God. And said what? I want to see you.
He was like, what time is it? And you're gonna be there, right? I said, I'll try to go.
Oh, you just out and out lied. You just told a stone-faced lie.
I tried to be
Harry. Well, you know what? It's still early. It's only 11 o'clock, almost 11 o'clock, Harry. You could be there in 20 minutes.
I have a show starting right now.
Oh, okay.
11,
right,
Shafiq.
All right. Well, let me get out of here so he can get his show going.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, Harry, and to you and your family.
And yours, Babz. You're not celebrating Thanksgiving this year. You're celebrating indigenous something.
I'm celebrating
Right.
I'm celebrating the commonalities between indigenous people and myself.
but I will be traditionally celebrating and eating turkey.
I have some turkey too, Harry. Don't get me wrong. Turkeys are indigenous.
Mac and cheese.
I can't have that, but unless there's some vegan mac and cheese going on.
Yeah, and yesterday I was dreaming about this thing called pie caking, Babz. I know we gotta go back. Look it up. It's pie caking. So it's a
pie and a cake.
It's a cake on top, a pie in the middle, and a pie in the bottom. So there's 2 pies and 1 cake.
See, I don't know if I like that, Harry. I like a pie to be a pie and a cake to be a cake.
Well, it just looks really delicious. When they sliced into it, all the layers, I was like, ooh, but
I know, but Harry, that's too many taste things that are different. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I'm more like the cake good, pie good.
I can't mix it like that. I gotta have it separate. I gotta have that separated out. I'm gonna look for it though. Let me see. I'm gonna go look and see.
Anyway, we gotta go. So
all right. Thank you, Harry. Love you. Happy holidays.
Have a wonderful holiday. Babz.
I will see you on Monday.
Chill and tell Ife and everybody happy Thanksgiving or happy whatever they want to call it. All right, bye.
Oh my goodness. Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.